our discussion this afternoon, then you have to just raise your right hand so that I can accommodate you, okay? Alright, so is everything clear to you guys about our class review this morning or this afternoon? Alright, so now class, we're going to have an activity. Okay, but before that, I have a question. Okay, so now I have a question. What sound do you hear every day? Okay, every day. We usually hear, especially here in our place, it usually rains. So the sound that we hear is the sound of the rain. Okay, so today class, what do you think is our weather? Yes, it is rainy day. So can you hear outside about what is the sound of the rain? Or can you hear the sound of the rain outside? Alright, so outside is raining. So there's rain that is happening. Okay, so what else? What sound do you hear? Okay, so what are the sounds that you can hear every day? Okay, the sound of your mama, your tita, or your sister, who is, okay, pag inuutusan kayo, alright? Also, let's also have here an animals at home. Okay, you have a cat. What is the sound of your cat? Okay, especially if nagugutom, nagmamyaw-myaw ang cat niyo, right? Alright, so now class, I have here a picture. Okay. So now, what can you see in the picture? Okay, there are some animals and things, right? Okay, so what animal is this? Yes, this is a cow. How about this one? Yes, this is a pig. How about this? What is this? Yes, it is a bell. What is the color of the bell? The handle of the bell. Yes, it is color red. Now, what is this one? Yes, this is a whistle. How about this one? Yes, it's an alarm flag. Do you have an alarm flag in your home class? Alright. Now, what about this one? Yes, are you familiar with this one? Okay, this is a, yes, this is a mouse on the long top. Okay. So now, class, based on these things here, these are the things that can produce sounds. Okay, these are just one of the examples of the things that can produce sounds, like the animals, the bell, the sticks. Okay, so now class, our topic for today is all about, everybody read? Okay, this is timbre. Everybody say timbre. Okay, this is timbre. Okay, so our topic for today is all about timbre. So now class, I have here also a objectives that we have to attain at the end of our lesson. So letter A, you have to demonstrate understanding of basic concepts of timbre. Letter B, you will earn some points. Okay, so this one instrument here, each of these instruments will be katubas na 5 points. Okay, so you want to get some 5 points for your groups. Alright, so because of that, I will give you first 5 points each for one instrument. Okay, because you are so attentive and listening carefully to teacher. Alright, so now guys, let's continue our discussion. Okay, so now I have here some videos that you are going to observe. Okay, so these videos, guys, you have to observe carefully and listen carefully because later I have some questions for you. Is that clear? Alright, so now, okay, but first, for a while, okay. But first, guys, what is this picture? Yes, this is a drum. Okay, what is the color of the drum? Yes, it is color red, color yellow, and color white. So now, class, observe carefully and listen carefully, okay? Alright, so now I will play this sound. Okay, so do you hear the sound of a drum? Alright, that's great. Now I have another video. Okay. Okay, can you hear the sound of the rain in the video? Alright. Now what is going on to the outside class? Yes, it is also Is it right? Yes, we have different sounds as humans. And so does guitar sounds different from a drum. Okay? Who do you have? Who among you here have guitar at your homes? Okay. How about drums? Okay, does guitar and drums are different in sounds? Yes, you're right. Now I will give another points for group 2. Now class, a dog barks sound different from a cat. Okay, how does a dog different from the sound of a cat? Yes, because the dog can bark while the cat can say meow, meow. Right? Okay. So they are different. They have different sounds and they have different tunes. Now, this differences class of sound is called timbre. So, timbre class can be high or low. What is it about? Yes, it says that timbre it can be high or low, soft or strong, pleasant or sharp. So we can hear timbre in people's voices, musical instruments, animals, and sounds around us. Okay, very good tayo ang one because they are really listening and very attentive to teacher. That is why I will give you also a point. So group 2, participate also to teacher and actively listen to teacher so that I will give you also one. Okay. So now, with listening carefully class, we can identify and compare different sounds using their timbre. Okay. So timbre makes music more colorful and interesting because each sound has its own unique quality. Okay. So, di ba class, naka-identify tayo kini si Sunshine o si Sarah, kini nga tingog is kang Sunshine, kini kang Sarah is, kini nga tingog is kang Sarah. It's because they have different timbre, they have different sounds, they have different tune. Okay. So now, timbre class, through timbre, we can identify different things around us. Okay. So, timbre is unique, is the unique quality of the sound because it helps us recognize and identify different voices, different instruments, and different sounds around us. Even in the animals, and even in each nature. Okay. So, now class, we're going to sing Ako si Takoy song. Okay. So I will play a video here so that you can sing Ako si Takoy. Ako si Takoy song. Okay, for my class. Okay, now I want you the group 2 will sing again the Cozy Cafe song. Okay, that's great. Give yourselves a round like that. So for that, I will give you also points. Okay, so what have you observed us? Okay, does the group 1 does the group 1 have different shoe to group 2? Okay, so why about that? That's great. You're right. So, now class, we're going to have an activity, okay? So for this activity, for the group 1, you have to choose 5 representatives from your group and 5 representatives also for the second group, because for this activity, you're going to choose one or more than two more than two animals or two different animals, and you have to act it out. Okay, so for the rubrics we have here the participation and animal sound performance. If you are excellent, so if you participate and perform it correctly, so I will give you 4 points. And you have to identify similarities and differences of sounds, because later, after you act it out, you have to present here in front and choose one representative from your group who will share their thoughts of what is their similarities and differences in terms of their sounds. So I will give you also 4 points, and for the cooperation and listening, I will give you 4 points, and it is very excellent. Okay, so is that clear? Alright, so through that, I will give you 5 minutes to share your thoughts or what are your ideas together with your group, and then the timer starts now. Okay, so because you are so attentive and you acted up accordingly, so I will give each group a point. Okay, so now class, for the group 1, I will give you 4 points, okay, for the participation and animal sound performance, okay, another. And for the group 2, I will also give them another point. For the identify similarities and differences of the sounds, so I will give you also a perfect score, because each group really gave their best, no? And then for the cooperation, also I will give each group a perfect scores. Okay. So now class, I have face